everyone, today I'm here with a quick video to announce my participation in the Christmas BookTube-a-thon that's coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, December 19th through the 21st. If you'd like more information, I'll leave a link to Arabiset's video down below and a link to the Twitter where there will be a plethora of reading sprints going on during the entire readathon. Speaking of that Twitter and the reading sprints, I will be hosting a few reading sprints over the course of the Christmas BookTube-a-thon, so I mean, if you need more reason to go and check it out, there's one for you. I had such a good time during the last readathon doing an updates vlog that I thought that I would do the same this year. I don't know how successful I'm going to be during this particular readathon because I have various Christmas related activities that I need to do. I have lots of Christmas wrapping to do, which I really enjoy. I've gotten really behind in laundry and I really should do that before the Christmas week begins. So you may get to see a glimpse of that and of how much reading I actually get done during the readathon. As always, there are challenges that coincide with this readathon. There are considerably less because this is a more chilled and relaxed BookTube-a-thon because it's holiday time and people are busy. So I picked a few books from each of the challenges. I'm going to share those challenges with you and the books that I chose. I don't actually have any of them here with me, so you'll have to settle for just a, a lovely little floating image to my left, right, whichever one it is. The first challenge is to read a book with red and green on the cover. The first choice I'm going to share with you is Wildwood by Colin Malloy. I shared this in one of my recent library book hauls. It's about a young girl whose younger brother gets stolen away by a murder of crows. It has like a folktale and fairy tale-esque feel to it, and I think that it'll be a fast read and a beautiful collection of artwork to look at. The next book that I selected for this was The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I don't know if my library copy actually has red and green, but one of the more popular covers that I found has red and green on it, so we're gonna go with it. Again, another one of the books that I recently shared in one of my library book hauls. It is a classic piece of speculative fiction that everyone says I need to read, so maybe this weekend will be the weekend that I read it. The next one is one that's on my Kindle, and it's Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. I've heard wonderful things about this. I actually can't remember the synopsis, but I don't really mind that. I kind of want to approach this one knowing little as possible, and the cover, according to my Kindle, has red and green on it. The next challenge is a book that you've really wanted to read this year that you haven't gotten around to, and technically I should probably choose from my 14 books to read in 2014 list, but I'm really not interested right now in reading any of those. Oops. I have selected a few others. One is one that I've already started, but I probably won't finish by the time the weekend begins, and it's All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Since I first heard about this book, I've been wanting to read it, and I have started it, and I will hopefully make progress or even finish it during the readathon. The next book is Volume 2 of The Runways. I recently finished the first volume of The Runways by Brian K. Vaughan and adored it and have been thinking about it ever since. I just haven't gotten around to reading it because I have to read it on my phone, and I don't particularly like reading on my phone. It's not the worst thing ever, but I do hope to read it this weekend. I may even though I have them all on my phone from Marvel Unlimited, I may go ahead and check out the omnibus from my library. And the third choice I have for this challenge is Anne of Avonlea by Ella Montgomery. It's the second book in the Anne of Green Gables series, and since reading the first one, I've wanted to read the second one. I'm just terrible at follow through when it comes to series, and hopefully this weekend will give me the opportunity to dive in. The third challenge is to read a book that was gifted to you, and Ariel said that this could be something that someone actually gave you or something that someone highly suggested to you and gave you the gift of a great recommendation. I'm going with the literal translation, and I've chosen the beautiful edition of Anne of Green Gables that I recently got from Emily Jean. I've really been wanting to reread it, and it would be really cool if I could reread it and then read Anne of Avonlea right afterwards. I also have for this category Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alira Sands that I was given I think for my birthday by my dear friend Lindsay from Lindsay Reads, and it's been sitting on my shelf and I hear great things about it every time I mention it anywhere. And I've also heard that it's a really quick and good read for a readathon. And the fourth and final challenge is to read 3 books over the course of the readathon. Basically read 1 book a day. This is a standard BookTube-a-thon challenge, and I've picked a few additional books that don't necessarily fit into the other categories that I may pick up instead, such as We Are All Completely Beside Ourselves, which I mentioned in my December books I might read. it was shortlisted for the Man Booker, and I've been anxious to read it. I just haven't been reading a whole lot of anything lately. I also have, for this, Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Wilson. I've been hearing such wonderful things, and it's one of Rincey's favorite books, so I know that it's really good, and it's written in verse, which will make it a quick and good read for a readathon. Also, DD from Frenchie D recently rated this on Goodreads and had really great things to say about it, so I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to it this weekend. Of course, I also have like 3 or 4 books on the go, as I mentioned earlier, to have All the Light We Cannot See, but I still am also reading The Little Stranger, Bad Feminist, and St. Lucy's Home for Girls Raised by Wolves, so I may also try to make progress in those depending on where my reading mood takes me. As always, please feel free to share your thoughts on anything that I shared here today in the comments below. Also, let me know if you're participating in this year's Christmas BookTube-a-thon, and don't forget to check out the Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with a new video.